Blackbeard. Blackbeard the pirate. One of the most extraordinary figures in American history. A man who lived a life supporting the colonists as a privateer and then turning bad and becoming a pirate, roaming up and down the coast of North Carolina, spending time in a little fishing village, a little community known as Beaufort, North Carolina. The story of Blackbeard is the story of adventure on the high seas, and a story that will excite people for generations to come. Little is known about Blackbeard's early life. The case of Blackbeard is much like the case of many other sailors at that time. Many came from England, and we think at about 1680, Blackbeard was born in Bristol, England. And he soon, as a young man, turned to the sea for his livelihood as a privateer in the service of Queen Anne during the Spanish Succession. In 1716, Edward Teach joined forces with Benjamin Hornigold, a pirate who was preying upon merchant ships along the Carolina coast. Sailing on the high seas, Benjamin Hornigold captured the French merchant ship La Concorde and gave that ship to Edward Teach. Edward Teach renamed the ship the Queen Anne's Revenge and changed his name from Edward Teach to Blackbeard the Pirate. To create fear in those that he was attacking, Blackbeard grew a rich, full, black beard and tied to the bottom of the beard small matches which he lit to create billowing smoke. And to create a sense of importance, he dressed in a crimson coat and carried two big crossed swords around his waist. And this is the point in time that Blackbeard's reign of fear began. He now had a crew of over 300 pirates. In May of 1718, Blackbeard blockaded the port of Charleston, South Carolina. After his siege of Charleston, Blackbeard and his crew and his ships proceeded up the coast of Beaufort, North Carolina, and it was at Beaufort that the Queen Anne's Revenge was sunk, and Blackbeard transferred the bulk of his crew to his other ship and left the remaining sailors to fend for themselves in Beaufort. He then proceeded up the coast toward Ocracoke Island. Governor Spotswood of Virginia became increasingly concerned with the pirating activities of Blackbeard, and he dispensed his lieutenant, Robert Maynard, to pursue Blackbeard, to capture him, and to stop the marauding along the coast. On Ocracoke Island, Maynard ambushed Blackbeard and his crew. After a short battle, Blackbeard was killed. His head was severed from his body, attached to the bow of the ship to warn other citizens that anybody who engaged in the kind of activities that Blackbeard had engaged in would be severely dealt with. Almost 300 years later, the Queen Anne's Revenge was discovered off the coast of Beaufort, and relics and artifacts have been removed from the depths of the ocean, brought to the surface, and now preserved and displayed in the Maritime Museum in Beaufort.